Okay, so you are playing a 17.
Wait. Ma. I'm trying to get into the acting spirit.
Okay.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, red leather, yellow leather. Okay.
You're playing a 17-year-old girl.
Interesting choice for me.
You're playing a 17-year-old girl, and your line is, "But Dad, I love him. But Dad, I still love him."
Okay, give me like the scene, like a. Is it a serious? Give me like an emotion.
Your dad finds out you're dating the bad boy. Okay.
Okay.
Finds you're dating the bad boy.
What year is this?
It's like circa.
It's circa what?
It's like circa 1988.
Okay.
And he finds out you're dating the bad boy, and like he's like, "No, like Cheryl, you can't."
Okay, so I'm Cheryl.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Cheryl, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating a bad boy. Where did I meet him in school or like?
He's
a
dropped
little
out.
He's dropped out. Okay, interesting.
Actually, we're gonna do an improv role play. I'm the dad.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now it's multiple lines that I'm thinking of myself.
Yes, you have to like. This is how it works. This is how it works in the industry.
Okay.
Okay. So
Perfect.
we start off with your line.
Okay. All right. I actually have to take a deep breath. But Daddy, I still love him.
I don't give a f. I don't give a f. Honey, more cabbage.
Mom, you're just gonna let him. Honey, more cabbage is crazy. Mom, you're just gonna let him do this to me? You can't control everything in my life, Dad.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking to her.
Yes, she's gonna let you.
Yes, she's gonna let me do this to you. Because none of you guys can do anything without me. More cabbage.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Darius, and this video is for the girls.
It should cost $1 billion to look that good.
Today we are having, apparently, and I wanted to tell you this on camera, the best ramen actually in the greater Chicago area.
Oh.
Not only did I go on their website, well, also this is a touristy area, so maybe it's a little like skewed, but I went on their website, their Google page or whatever, and they had the most 5-star reviews. And then, of the reviews that I was reading, there were like many of them that said that this is the best ramen they've ever had anywhere.
Really?
Yes. Which I think is very interesting, and I don't know which ramen they got. I suppose I could have done more research.
Is that the kimchi fried?
No, it's not, because we have so many. We have a lot of appetizers. We have an orange chicken mantou bun or mantau bun or something like that, and then chicken gyoza, and then karage chicken. So we have a lot of chicken. I didn't want to get any more chicken, so this is just their vegetarian one. But I hate tofu. I should have asked them to not put it in there. I was going to, but I was like, maybe I need the protein. So you haven't had ramen in years.
No, I have not had ramen in years because I just don't. I usually like my noodles just like without the broth. Like I'm not like a chicken noodle soup. I know this isn't chicken noodle soup, but I'm like saying like
Just
I like a
soupy
chunky
stuff.
soup if I'm gonna eat a soup. And then if I'm gonna eat a noodle, I want like a dry noodle.
Like a potato-y soup, or like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like a cream of wheat.
Can you stop? Oh, I like that.
That's actually really funny.
Cream of wheat. Now, we're not having the experience there.
No.
My noodles are a little like al dente. I don't know if that's the application for it to say al dente, but that's what they taste like.
Interesting.
So mine has like cremini mushroom. Cremini? Are these cremini? I swear they are. Mushrooms, tofu, bok choy. I added buttercorn, green onion, and other mushrooms too. Or maybe they didn't put the other mushrooms in here. The one on the website had different mushrooms.
Mine has bamboo shoots, molten egg, seaweed, pork chasu, and onions.
Mine is good,
Green
but
onions.
It's spicy. I mean, not spicy.
Hot?
Salty. Sorry, I'm over here thinking about. Do you like it better than the San Francisco one?
It's really good. I don't remember the San Francisco one. But when we went to San Francisco, we were eating down.
Yeah, we were going everywhere.
We did go everywhere.
I really want to try this. Maybe it is spicy too. I really want to try this orange chicken thing. There's also something crunchy in here, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's the fried garlic.
Oh, mine has fried garlic too. I wanted to see.
So the thing is, I think this is better than Q ramen.
I haven't been there. You went there,
Twice.
and you. What makes it better?
The broth. But I also didn't get this one there, so I don't know.
This is the ramen that we went to.
That looks a little crazy. Oh, I forgot we went to that. That's a really famous place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What's the place called? Do you remember? I don't.
Ramenagi.
Oh, Ramenagi. Now, I want to try the chicken things. I'm scared. Do you like gyoza? I feel like you don't. Or like you wouldn't order it.
I don't think I would order it because I feel like it's always unnecessarily expensive. But I like it. What?
I'm just saying, it's okay. Now, I'm really excited about the
Bun?
bun. Because I don't know, I've never had one of these. I've seen it all the time. It seems very delicate.
You never had one of those?
No. And this is why it was $5. Look how tiny it is. It looked much bigger in the picture.
No, that's like pretty standard. But there's nothing in there. But
It's
the
a little
chicken.
cold. It's just orange chicken, I guess, inside of here.
I think all of this is a little cold.
Yeah. So they made it seem like it was being hot and ready fresh. She said it's gonna take like 40 minutes.
I feel like you can never know if it's like we're just gonna give them a longer time, but then it's done earlier just in case.
Right.
Or if it's actually gonna take that long.
This is good. I wish it was warmer. How's the karage? Is that how you pronounce it? Karage?
Yeah, this is good, but it's also I wish it was a little warmer.
Is it still crunchy?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I actually do have a story. It does involve race. But I do have a story.
Okay.
And I think this is interesting. I saw, you know Z-Way, right?
Yeah.
Z-Way was on this interview and she quoted, I'm not sure who, I can't remember who, but it was like about like how racism is essentially like a distraction. It takes you out of life, which is kind of crazy. And ever since I heard that, I was like, this is really interesting. Because when something happens, you could just be living and then something happens and you start looking at yourself through a third perspective. And you're going like, oh my God, like here I am. Like say you're at a party or whatever.
Okay.
Or like say you're at a party and you were at like a party in Arizona and you're with your white friends and then like somebody says, nigga what? Nigga who? You're gonna like start to think, oh my God, I'm black and now I'm surrounded by all these white people. At this
Yes,
frat
that's
party.
happening several times.
Exactly, and you like take yourself into like a third round view, and it's really scary actually.
Okay.
So I started playing this game. I'm not gonna say the game, but I started playing this game, and it's like you can create your own character. And what I've been doing,
It's like an online game?
No. It's just like it's just a game. Like I got it on PS5, but it's on everything. It's like I'm trying to think, like a cozy game, like a farm type of thing like that, and you can create your own character. And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know that you can create your own character. And it was very extensive. And what I've been doing recently, I've been really into like Reddit, and because I just realized like I have so many like hyperfixations that change like One Piece and stuff like that. And like you can just go into that community and then everybody's talking about that
See the
hyperfixation.
new stuff and whatever.
And when I like get really into a game now, I go on Reddit and I like join the community and see what everybody's talking about. They're sharing their little avatars and everything. So I'm in the community for the game. And I'm making my character and I'm going, okay, what was that? I make my skin tone, I'm doing this, I get to the hair. And I said, what was that? and
you were giving 2010 Justin Bieber.
I was giving 2010 Justin Bieber. And I'm like,
I knew it.
okay, this is crazy. And I'm just like, there's no way this is possible. That these are all like the hair options, but just like 5 really weird hair options. Okay. And I look online and they're like, you unlock 4C in Act 2.
What?
I said, I'm going, what is going on? And it's going, you have to unlock the parlor and then you get the hair. And I'm like, this is crazy. So then I take to Reddit because the developers of the game are in the Reddit and they're very like vocal and open because this is like, this game was a beta for a really long time and just got a full release. They're very open to critique and concepts and all those things. So I'm just like, I'll post a thing in Reddit. And all I said was like, I finally got the game, and I was very disappointed to see that there are just no like 4C hairstyles at all. My character's currently in some weird knots that are straight, and I'm just like, it's kind of crazy that you have to wait until a whole nother act to unlock hair that I'm gonna be like looking comfortable in.
Right.
And I was just thinking like everybody was just gonna be like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
Oh no.
They weren't.
I'm sure.
They actually weren't like, yeah, you know what, you're right. They said the developers are black. Why would they have black hair? And I said, what is going on? Like, I don't even know. Like, I didn't even phrase it in a crazy way, and I wasn't even expecting like, I don't know. I just had been seeing posts, and I wasn't expecting everybody to be crazy. And they actually ate me up. And my thing, like, Reddit works where it's like upvotes, downvotes. My thing was in the negatives.
Negatives is crazy.
And I'm actually like gobsmacked at what's going on. The developers never responded. They actually just doing my thing. Everybody was just like constantly saying like, well, you unlock it later. And I'm trying to explain like, okay, but like, why can't there just be at least one option in the beginning?
Right.
Why do I have to unlock it later? If it's in the game and you unlock it later, I don't see the problem. And I'm just like, this is so crazy.
Okay, so what were the original styles? Were they all crazy, or they were definitely like white geared?
My character looks Indian.
Because you have
I have brown skin and I have straight hair. And I'm going, what is going on? And I look crazy.
That's really funny.
And I look absolutely insane. And I guess I just have to wait till Act 2. So I can get some mediocre looking hairstyles.
And then the community is against you.
And there's not even like a buzz cut. Like usually there's like a little buzz.
Yeah.
There's not even that. It's like just strictly like, and that took me out because I said, oh wow, this is kind of crazy. I guess I am black. Ugh. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience. Wow. Yeah, that's happened to me recently.
I feel like it's so interesting because like we do always talk about race, but again, I think other black people know. The conversations we have on this channel and subsequently off camera as well are just gonna be different than like. Sorry, I think my phone. I was still recording. Are just gonna be not for everybody is what I'm saying. Not only is it a different generation watching. I feel like we are more open to having these conversations about race, like more openly, more frequently in our generation. I don't know. I'm not saying that the other generations have never talked about race, but I'm just saying I think we talk about them so much more openly and freely. And so it seems like we're talking about them all the time, and that we're just harking on it. But that's just a real life situation day by day. Hey, like I want to play this game, and I actually want my character to look like me. I think that's kind of the point. And there's not a single hairstyle at all for me thought of at all, and I have to unlock it. Is crazy. I
have
think.
to unlock it.
And they
It's
said,
so
well,
insane.
at least you got. They said at least you got something.
Now, here's what they said.
You better work harder. Get to the second act.
And I'm just so sorry that it's crazy. And it is insane because I just feel like these are just like day-to-day things
Right.
that do happen. And I'm sorry that I have to talk about them. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's why I don't play games, because they never have me
Oh
in.
my God.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, I've been eating with. I just feel like I guess I've been fed because I've been like, oh wow, I'm never not gonna have another hairstyle again.
You got to act 2?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I'm saying like in other games, they have like
Oh, yeah,
more
yeah.
hairstyles.
You know who did a really good job with that? I think, I may be making this up, but with Cyberpunk,
I knew you were gonna say that.
they had a lot of customization.
Did you? I don't know if you, but like Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter game, actually ate everybody up. And I said, wow, this is kind of crazy.
That is interesting.
But there wasn't. Never mind. I was gonna say there wasn't a black person in this Harry Potter movie, so.
Oh.
Other than that one guy who said, he said, "Oh, Quidditch."
Well, J.K. Rowling, she had nothing to do with the movies, I'm sure. But
Okay, so when they do things, does she still get money?
of course, she said. Now, how did she end up being so crazy?
I don't know.
She was for the girls when she said, you know what, I have to change my name to J.K. so I can be hidden, so that people don't know that I'm a woman. And then, as soon as she had some success, she said, "Creedy!" And she left everyone behind, which I think is so crazy to do.
Okay, but I don't know. I just think that's actually very interesting.
If you don't know, J.K. Rowling is a TERF, and you're gonna have to look that up. She's a
I'm gonna
TERF.
say so are we.
If you say so are we, get off my channel. But it's very interesting. I don't know. And yet, every day there's another Harry Potter thing coming out, and she's getting her money down.
So is she really getting her money?
Yes. You
That's
don't think
so
if you
interesting.
created something, that every single thing that was made, that made money, you would get a portion of that?
But she's never involved.
It doesn't matter. You create. That's your copyright.
That's so interesting. But is it?
She gets a piece of every. She gets a piece of every
And they
video
all
game
hate
sold.
her. I heard they're doing something. They're making new. Because I was thinking, because like they're making new audiobooks. But they're bringing back all the actors like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, and they're gonna voice the people.
For a Harry Potter book.
characters, yeah. They're gonna do all of them.
I'm not doing any of it.
Why?
I'm just kidding. Anyway, so that's interesting though. That's big budget, but they probably know that people are gonna listen to it.
Of course.
Interesting. Okay. I always wonder why they don't like why can't Kung Fu Panda have Jack Black on the cartoons? Like the actual main
They
people
do.
never.
Jack Black's in every
Oh.
cartoon, but Angelina Jolie is not voicing Tiger.
She said I can't do it. But that's what I mean. Like I feel like most of the time they don't want to do the smaller stuff. Maybe because they don't have the budget to pay them.
I think
said,
that's
oh.
interesting.
But then it's like
I
kinda
hate
your
it.
character and
I hate when the characters change voices like that. Actually makes me so mad.
I feel like it is always something. Now let's get into voice acting. I actually couldn't do it.
Why?
I'm so sorry, but I'm Chris Pratt. I have one voice. You're getting a black and gay. It's gonna say description black and gay, and that's my voice. I'm so sorry. Like I don't know what to tell you. I don't have it in me to do anything else.
You could do it. Okay, I'm gonna give you a line.
Oh my god, it's gonna be horrible.
Okay, so you are playing a 17.
Wait. Ma. I'm trying to get into the acting spirit.
Okay.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, red leather, yellow leather. Okay.
You're playing a 17-year-old girl.
Interesting choice for me.
You're playing a 17-year-old girl, and your line is, "But Dad, I love him. But Dad, I still love him."
Okay, give me like the scene, like a is it a serious? Give me like an emotion.
Your dad finds out you're dating the bad boy. Okay.
Okay.
Finds you're dating the bad boy.
What year is this?
It's like circa.
It's circa what?
It's like circa 1988.
Okay.
And he finds out you're dating the bad boy, and like he's like, "No, like Cheryl, you can't."
Okay, so I'm Cheryl.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Cheryl, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating a bad boy. Where did I meet him in school or like?
He's
a
dropped
little
out.
He's dropped out. Okay. Interesting.
Actually, we're gonna do an improv role play. I'm the dad.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now it's multiple lines that I'm thinking of myself.
Yes, you have to like. This is how it works. This is how it works in the industry.
Okay.
Okay, so
Perfect.
we start off with your line.
Okay. All right. I actually have to take a deep breath. But Daddy, I still love him.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Honey, more cabbage.
Mom, you're just gonna let him. Honey, more cabbage is crazy. Mom, you're just gonna let him do this to me? You can't control everything in my life, Dad.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking to her.
Yes, she's gonna let you.
Yes, she's gonna let me do this to you. Because none of you guys can do anything without me. More cabbage.
You know what? I'm 17 and a half now. I don't need to listen to you anymore.
17 and a half? When you're 18, in 2 minutes, you're gonna be out this goddamn door. But until then, you're mine, and so is she. Look at her. Don't look at her. You're mine. This damn cabbage.
Fine. I'm just gonna stay over at Rodney's house.
Put my glass down!
And you know. Cut. Oh my God! Cut for real. Where's the magnet at? Oh my God. Isn't it so weird that they do have to say cut in action? I think that's so awkward.
Cut will make me uncomfortable.
I would definitely laugh if you thought you were eating and they said, okay, cut. That's actually real and scary.
Cut is real and scary. And you actually are, and you're trying to take a new direction with.
Okay,
with
but I
what
always
you're
think
doing.
is that like awkward and the director's like, like, you know what? No.
That is what he's doing. And that's so embarrassing.
That is humiliating, actually. And they're going, actually, I think that we have a different direction. Or like, that's why I would never want to do improv. What if you did something and it, like, what if you had a streak where like every time you did improv, the whole cast like was like, wow, this is so funny, this is so funny. And then the 10th time, they're like, cut.
Oh my God.
I like at that point, I'm like, I'm humiliated. And then the 11th time is not happening because I'm embarrassed.
And you're staying in line.
I am staying in line. I'm staying on the lines too. Whatever's written on the paper is going to be read. And then there also, I feel like there's some directors who like, I swear, do you remember when
I wasn't there.
Yes, you do.
Miss McClanahan?
No.
Miss Shining Clay?
No. The girl from the woman, I should say, from Grey's Anatomy.
Meredith?
Yes.
What about her?
She had an episode where Denzel Washington directed, and he was like, "You should do this, this, and that." She said, "No, I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't want this. I don't think she would say that." And he said, "Okay, well, when you get the director title like me, you can dictate what Meredith would say."
Real?
Yes. And they had a little dispute, a little debacle.
Hey, Denzel Washington directed an episode?
Yes, I'm almost positive it was. What if it wasn't Denzel? I'm almost positive it was Denzel Washington, and he directed an episode. And she was like, "I know the character better than you do because I've been doing it for many years." And he was like, "Well, I actually don't care. You're gonna."
So
do
did
it."
she do the line?
I don't remember if she did the line or not, but I remember it being a big scandal.
So are you guys watching Grey's Anatomy? Still?
I don't know. What are you guys watching? Let us know.
Oh, this chicken is really good.
I actually just watched the second Boss Baby.
Okay.
Do you,
Let's
wait,
talk
do you
about
want the donuts? I
Let me
don't know
finish
if I
this
want
first.
to heat them up or.
Maybe we should eat them up.
Okay.
Let's talk about the second Boss Baby. I watched the second Boss Baby
When?
years ago.
Okay.
When it first came out. Did you get signs of
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But I let me think. What does that woman say in that meme? She said, do you know what I'm talking about? And it's the black woman. She's going and she takes a deep breath and she's like, "Okay, let me think. I'm finding it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm finding it. Okay, well, yes, I do think so. Actually, there are a couple scenes. I'm trying to think of with who.
The dad and the daughter.
The baby daughter. Oh no, the dad and the daughter. Yes.
The dad and the daughter.
Yes, I think in my mind because like it does see. Okay, so basically, if you don't know, in Boss Baby, there's babies who are actually bosses, and they are superheroes and undercover and whatever.
They're not superheroes.
Whatever, they do things that you don't think that babies should be able to do. And in the second one, a man who's a fully grown man becomes a probably like 7-year-old boy, maybe 6, and he ends up like his daughter doesn't know that it's him, that it's her dad. But he's like her age, and so they have a couple scenes together where he's just a boy in school that she knows, and so it does seem, and he's like really nice to her because she's his daughter,
Yeah.
but she doesn't know that, so it kind of does seem like maybe they're a little like she's like liking him,
Yeah.
in a couple things. So I thought that, but I was like, you know what, maybe that's just me thinking that, and it's
No, I thought that too. And I remember specifically I watched this and I said, what was that? Because it was so weird. And that went straight to streaming, which is so interesting.
That is interesting.
And I was like, oh, wow, let me watch it. And I was like, this is so weird. I don't remember anything else, but I do remember that song at the end was a bop.
Really? Okay, so I actually left at the credits because I thought that this song.
No, the song.
Oh, that she was singing at the
Yes.
thing? Interesting. I thought it was okay. It was cute. There was a couple of times where she did eat. And we're literally talking about a movie that they definitely have not seen.
Not seen Boss Baby Chapter 2.
Boss Baby, the
Chapter
End of
2.
the World, whatever it's called. I'm sure they
Family
haven't seen
Business.
it. It is called Family Business. I feel like I watch a lot of kids stuff on my free time.
I age regress.
I think that's interesting, and I do think that you do that. Sorry.
Don't say I do that.
Now should I heat these up?
Yeah.
You know what I found out yesterday? That one of my college friends unfollowed in our group. It was
Okay.
he unfollowed all of us on Instagram.
Oh.
As soon as he left. And I didn't know until yesterday because my friends had to notify me.
He involved you too?
Yeah, he unfollowed all of us.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't go on Instagram, so I didn't know. But I said, what was that? And I blocked him to make sure he could never change his mind.
Wait, why?
I don't know. It was very weird too. But also he had some things that I'll tell you later. But
Interesting.
and then they said actually.
So he
no.
graduated last semester.
Yeah, this
semester.
spring. Yeah. All right, let's see if this is good. These are their. It's just called hot donuts, I guess. With sugar on them. Is the sauce supposed to be warm? I don't know. I can tell by the way that you look.
These are good as.
What?
These are good as hell.
It's because of the paper towel trick.
But it's like, no, it's something to do with this sauce. It's a buttery, creamy ganache.
Mmm. It is very good.
I'm feeling good as.
Oh. A hot though.
They are very hot. You put them in for too long.
Mmm. The actual donut itself is not very sweet.
No.
It's almost like a sourdoughy, like not sourdough. I tried that, but
Sourdough's crazy.
okay, don't try it. I'm dripping in the back. Okay, so what is the origin of these donuts? Because I feel like they're an Asian staple. But I say Asian because this is not. I think you can get them at Chinese places, but this is not a Chinese place.
I think the Italians do this too.
I think so too.
I hate it. It's usually always lazy and tired. But these ones are the best ones I've ever had.
Really? I feel like I've had good ones.
hate, like, things
I'll
like
take this
this.
You can have that one. You say you usually hate things like this?
Yeah, I usually hate them. But these, like, are actually really good.
Well,
Like, cause that's probably why I think they're good, because I wasn't expecting anything.
I feel like we got a lot off their menu. They had some other things on there that would have been good to get. But I'm glad I got these. Maybe a couple months ago, I was in Ohio.
Okay.
And I was in my room and I was like looking for something to watch on Netflix. By the way, Netflix got to me, guys, and they said you do not live in Ohio with your parents, your mommy and daddy anymore, so you're gonna have to get your own account. They actually clocked me immediately, and I actually have heard about that thing happening, but it never happened.
Mine's been happening.
Okay, yeah, you told me that. Mine just happened like 2 weeks ago for the first time ever.
Really?
And so I was like, oh. Anyway, so whatever. I'm in Ohio. I'm looking on Netflix to find out what I want to watch. And I see this documentary. You know, I love a good doc. I see this documentary about Pepsi in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me why every other era was just better than what I feel like we're living in. We just have like a weird, like everything, we just know too much. Things are just weird and whatever. So apparently, I don't know, I got this from the video. Obviously, we weren't alive at the time, but maybe you know about this. Apparently, Pepsi was that girl. Like we talked about content creator versus influencer. The Pepsi girls, they were influencers.
Okay.
And they would be able, what they would do is they would like drop merch and the girls would be there. Like Apple. Like they would be there for the Pepsi merch, like our generation, like
I think
picture us
like
in.
merch like that is cute.
It's cute, but like it's always like, oh, like I'll get it.
There's the biggest thing, and it's hiding behind the thing.
Oh my God!
Too. It's actually really scary, and it's hiding behind the thing because it knows we saw it.
What is it? Is it a bug?
I don't even know how to explain it.
It's outside.
It's outside, but he saw
And
it too. And I'm glad he's validating my feelings.
It's trying to. Where is it at? That's
It's hiding behind.
It's probably a locust.
I hate it, and I'm repenting.
Guys, can you stop? We are in Illinois, and if you guys don't know, Illinois is having the largest locust infestation in 20 years. And I have a little bit of information. So basically, they're called brutes. And they come up out of the ground at different periods of time. And some take up as long as 17 years. I don't know if this brute that's coming up this summer, has been 17 years, but apparently this summer, it's multiple different brutes are emerging at one time by coincidence, and they're gonna be in the trillions. And usually it's not in the city because they're trapped underground, or they probably weren't even able to get down there because 17 years ago Chicago was still here. So because the pavement. I want to check. I'm so sorry. I have to go
scared.
see. And he's still
not gonna
looking.
Come back.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a locust. And I'm looking at it, and it looks like a roach.
I don't like
and
that.
It's blind.
And it came flying in.
Because it hit the window, probably thinking, what the hell?
That is what it did. But it came flying in like almost like how somebody falls like that. That's how it
Can you
came
stop?
flying in.
And it was doing a divergent screech.
It did say that.
Jumping from balcony to balcony. Okay, but
wait. Why are you calling them locusts? Is that what they're called?
No. That's their family. A cicada is a locust, I think.
I didn't know that.
You've heard of a locust before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like. Sorry. I'm assuming that cicadas are locusts.
I didn't know, but I know that there's cicadas.
That's their order or whatever. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, there's locusts, and then there's like grasshoppers and cicadas, and like that's the family of like what a locust is. I think, guys, please. I don't know if you're you know what? Everybody's a know-it-all in the comment section.
They said Tutankhamun actually.
They did. Did you see that one? That one comment? Are you talking about that?
I saw a lot of people say.
I saw a specific comment, and I was like, "Is this Wikipedia?" She literally was like, Tutankhamun was born between the years 1384 and 1691 BC. Born to Rosemary.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious, and I was like, "What is going on?" And it was literally almost like she searched. Now, if this was you, I love you down, and you ate this. But it's almost like she searched King Tut and then took like the first 4 sentences from Wikipedia and then just pasted it in the comment section. And I'm like, is this really?
Funny.
Was this really off the top of her head? Because it literally had the exact years and when he like was king and when he died. And I was like, this is so interesting.
Huh.
But, you know, if that's you, if you have that off the top of your head, go girl. If you looked it up, we didn't actually need, I don't think I needed all of that, but thank you so much for putting that effort into it. Anyways, so Pepsi used to be for the girls, for not our generation, but whatever. People who are our age, I guess, and obviously younger. And they would just get the jackets and they would buy the things. And, you know, and also, this is another random fact, but I'm always doing too much. Michael Jackson despised Pepsi.
Why?
I don't know, he just didn't like it. But his family loved it down. So Pepsi reached out to him and was like, hey, can we like do like a sponsorship deal or whatever? And he said, I'm gonna keep it a buck, I really don't fuck with you. But he said, I will do this commercial because my family loves Pepsi, but you can only show my face for 2 seconds in the ad.
Oh.
So the ad, I'm actually gonna have to put it in here if it doesn't have his song in it. I think it has his song in it.
You're the Pepsi generation.
Oh yeah, this was actually iconic. But he basically said something. This is the Pepsi generation.
Okay.
It was Billie Jean. He remixed the lyrics of Billie Jean to say something about Pepsi generation.
Okay.
And what he did was, he was like, I can't be in it for longer than 2 seconds, so I need you to figure out something with that. And so I think the commercial's probably like 15 seconds long or something like that. So they have like these kids like
so he could write a
moonwalking.
whole song, but he could only
Right. He recorded it too and everything like that, but he didn't want his face in there for more than 2 seconds.
Okay.
So this seems like very much diva. Like this is like, oh, you know, I can't have my face in there for more than 2 seconds. Like, who even makes that demand?
That is kind of crazy.
But anyway, so they had these little kids or whatever. And they were like, you know, doing their Michael Jackson stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then they were moonwalking, and then the one kid moonwalked, and he bumped into Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson said, Pepsi generation. And then that was it. And they maybe did a little dance break for a couple seconds.
What happened? Do you remember when Pepsi used to eat commercials down? Britney Spears, Beyonce.
Yes.
What
Well,
happened?
their influence is gone now.
Well, did you see Chloe Bailey?
I think I did, actually. I did see that.
I think they're kind of bringing it back. I swear they did something with somebody else too. And
But they're not like...
But see, I'm trying to think because maybe at the time, like...
They were that in the comparable...
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Britney, Beyonce, and Pink I think it was the other girl in the commercial.
No, I wasn't talking about that. That was A2.
That was Pepsi, right? When they were at the
think it was
Gladiator stuff?
Pepsi, and they said, whoa. Okay, but why did they give Beyonce an R&B? They're always doing something like that. Everybody else had a turn in the song and they go boom boom, and everybody else had a normal beat and went to Beyonce and said bricka buddy you gonna want to, and
I don't remember that.
I swear to God, it went bricka buddy you want to the big boys, and I said, oh wow. And they always gives whoever the ethnic person is, they give them an ethnic beat like Baljeet. When it said that's what it said. And that's actually really so rude.
Crazy. And that is actually rude. But I got at the time, like, she probably was giving R&B still.
Okay, but
I didn't know they said bounce chicka wow wow. I didn't know they did that.
I almost think like a jester or something in the thing like did that. I might be making that up, but I think that happened.
And honestly, Pink should have gotten that.
Okay, but I think at the time maybe they were Chloe Bailey. I saw a TikTok the other day and it was Beyonce on the red carpet in 2001, and she was doing like the interviewing.
Well, yeah, obviously at that time, 2001. So, but my thing is like our new girls. I don't know if we're getting older. I don't know if it's a paradox, but our new girls are just not like the new girls of the early 2000s. Like, everyone had a distinct... Think of, like, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Beyonce, Pink. Like, they all have distinct voices. Even Britney Spears obviously was more 90s, but I guess still early 2000s. They all were, like, different iconic people. Who is out right now that we're going to hail to the standard of someone like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears? I don't know. No, I don't. I think I love her for the moment. Like, it's cute. But is Dua Lipa going to be that girl?
Because everything is too saturated now.
I don't like that.
You love it. You love overconsumption and oversaturation.
I hate it.
And I want there to be 5 people out and we got to deal with it. That's all I want. Because I just feel like there's a new... You love the Tate McRae's and the Ava Maxes. Oh my God, this is really scary.
Let me defend myself. First of all, Tate McRae is carried by her writers. Okay. And one of her writers, I love Music Down. I have a distinct sound that I particularly like.
Mall music.
No, don't try it. And 2 people that will always have me floored is Sia and Ryan Tedder. I don't know if they've ever worked together on a project, but there are so many times where I'll be like, this song eats down. And I'll look at who wrote it, and it's always either Ryan Tedder or it's Sia. I was listening to, and I'm glad you reminded me of this, when Shakira said, try everything for the Zootopia. And Sia wrote it, because I was like, this feels very Sia.
It does.
And as soon as I looked at it, it said, Sia wrote it, and I was like, this is iconic. And then after I listened to Tate McRae's album, I was like, these songs are bops, and half of the songs that I had added were Ryan Tedder who made them.
Okay, did you see when Tate McRae said Ryan Tedder was going, okay, this just isn't gonna cut it? When she was in the booth, he said, you aren't pronouncing anything. This is really scary. Like, you need to keep it up.
I've never seen that,
and then
that's
Zane
embarrassing.
Lowe was like, what was he saying? And she was too embarrassed to say. And I think that is.
And then the recording came out of him saying it?
No.
Or she was
in a radio interview with Zane Lowe. And she was like, yeah, like, he was saying I don't pronounce my words, and he was saying this and that.
Also, she's not a singer. Like, down. I didn't know she was on Canadia's...
Canada?
I was mixing Canada and Canadian. Canada's...
Got Talent?
Yes. Canada's So You Think You Can Dance.
So You Think You Can Dance is crazy.
She was like a runner-up or something like that at like 17, and then she was obviously did very well in the show. I don't know if she won or whatever, but she obviously did very well in the show, and then she was like, you know what, I'm about to make a song, and her song blew up on TikTok.
That's so interesting.
And I think that she kind of ate in that aspect, because I fully thought that she was, sadly, just another singer of today. Because you don't have to be Beyonce
I heard
anymore.
that she's been around for years.
Right.
But I didn't know she was a dancer.
Okay, so I want to go back to the time where you had to be a Beyonce to be somebody. Because we have just too much everyday talent coming up in mainstream stuff. Like, I want you to have to be eating down to get signed. Like...
Okay, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever like stand with new people. I can't think of anybody who's like. I can't think of anybody who emerged in the last 6 years, and I'm like.
You love Olivia Rodrigo.
I do love Olivia Rodrigo.
And she's new.
But this is only because she got bullied. There's too many things. There's too many pieces.
He was rooting for the underdog.
She was in High School Musical, the musical, the series, and I was like, you know what, this is good. And then she said, I got my driver's. Actually, no, she said, no.
No, she said all I want.
She did say all I want. And that song actually ate down, and I was playing that on repeat. And then
she did eat that. I remember
she really did eat that. And then I was like, okay, like I was in the realm, and then like I already was liking her then, and then she said driver's license, and they said Olivia, and all she was saying was like she's not a white blonde girl, and then the white blonde girl said you're right, you're trying to get under my skin while I'm on his. And I said, wow, that's actually so mean.
Oh my God.
And I just think that like because I don't want the same sound like Tyler.
Can you leave Tyler alone?
Actually, Tyler's fine.
She's creating her sound with her.
I don't want people to create the same. I want new sounds.
Well, I'm saying that's her. She only has this is her first album. Give her her time to have a sound, and then maybe the next album she can change her sound. This is
okay.
Okay.
But if she doesn't change her sound, next album I can't do it. Like those all sound like the same songs to me. Either way, I think Olivia Rodrigo had one sound, and you expect her to keep that same sound, and then she had a sophomore album, and it just wasn't that sound at all. And I said, wow, she actually ate that. And then Taylor Swift sued her, which is so crazy. And I do like her. I think I like Olivia Rodrigo, Labyrinth.
Okay. I like Labyrinth too.
That's it. I don't feel like I really like a lot of new people. Like I'll listen to their songs, but I'm not like, I really need to follow them. But I feel like every time a new person comes up, you're riding for them.
That's not true.
Yes.
I think it just depends. And then to Ava Max's credits.
Ava Max is crazy. Ava Max is wild.
And they don't know who these people are, probably not. But the point is Ava Max is a girl, and she's definitely an industry plant. For sure. Like, if you ever thought of what an industry plant is, like, she just has to be that. And all she does is sample other people's songs. But I think that they end up eating down. It's getting very summer, and she has a pretty unique voice. I'm not saying I'm buying her merch or going to her tours, but I think that she said, "You could be a lover or a fire, you desire."
In 2013, I'd be bopping my head.
I don't know. I feel like it's giving very like, let's take these old songs and sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar on them.
So does she have to pay them?
Oh, of course.
Is she probably making her money back?
She probably doesn't even make that much. If she's signed by a studio and she's paying all this money for samples and stuff like that, she probably doesn't make that much. But I mean, obviously, she's doing something for her to be this popular.
Didn't you say? Sorry, I was thinking about this whole time.
I still haven't finished the Pepsi thing, but.
I was just gonna say, didn't you say your mom has caught you listening to like Olivia Rodrigo or something, and she said, "What was that?" And she said you were listening to Emo Death Grips?
Oh, yes. Because Olivia Rodrigo said, she said, it's social suicide. And I played that song one time for my mom, and she swore that I was going through a phase.
Were you trying to show it to her?
No. She was just in the car, and whenever I'm in the car, like this happens to me often. I don't know if this ever happens to you. If I'm ever in the car, and I'm driving, it's different because like in our generation, if you're in the car with me or whoever else, like in our generation, we can just play music that we all like know or whatever, right? When you're talking about a different generation, like if I'm my mom and my dad in the car and I'm driving, I have to control the music, but I don't know what to play because I don't listen to the same music as them. I want it in the background so it's not silent in the car. So then I'm like trying to pick what to play, and Olivia Rodrigo happened to slip up on the playlist as I was driving, and there was a silent moment, and of course it was the time when she said, "It's so wanna lay down and die," and my mom said, "Okay, so if 2 + 2 is 4 and 5 + 5 is 10, then what is this?" And I was like, I said, it's good. And she was like, okay, well, and now it just makes it seem like our generation is like, emo, death rap.
But I think she was just focusing on side, not
that's what she. Right. She didn't understand, but she still thinks it's like, I can't. Don't leave me alone, Mom. I can't go out. I can't talk to my friends because I'm embarrassed.
That is really funny.
And she was like, what is this? And that is really humiliating, actually. And I said, Mom, and then I had to play, I don't know, something from the 90s.
Ew, and I just think, okay, would you rather have you playing your music for your parents and they say, what was that? Or would you rather have you playing your music for your friends and they say, what
Parents,
was that?
100%. Because why would I want my friends to? I would rather.
That's so
it's embarrassing if
embarrassing.
your friends do that.
I can remember specifically, I played this one song and I was in the car with Adam and I played this one song and I really liked that song. And then I played it again like a few rotations later and he said, why are you playing this shitty ass song twice in a row? Like, this is kind of crazy. It just wasn't even that good. I heard it the first time. And I said, oh my goodness.
Well, did you do it on purpose?
I didn't do it on purpose, but like, I wanted to hear it again.
Okay.
And I thought it was a bop.
That's rude, actually, that he did.
I thought it was a bop. And he said, I heard it the first time. I didn't comment on it for a reason. You want me to comment on it? My comment isn't going to be good. And I said, oh my goodness. And I actually think about that a lot. Because that's so embarrassing when like a friend or somebody doesn't like your song.
That's really funny. I don't feel like there are definitely several times where I feel like people have not liked my stuff, but I just think that they don't say anything. What do you say or do or think when you don't like the song? You don't say anything to them, right? You just move on.
Unless they're asking me, do I like the song?
I don't ever do that. Because that's too weird.
I don't, but like I'm saying like
if they ask you,
if
yeah.
you ask, I move on. But I swear, Melody was not like that. She'll turn your shit off.
I feel like I have definitely multiple memories of her doing that.
She'll turn your shit off.
I think that's the rudest thing of all of them.
It's so crazy. She'll turn your shit off and she'll say, I hate it. And I go, oh. I go, oh.
Well, maybe we could try.
Yeah, and you're feeling crazy, and it'll be in the car full of people.
And you're going, but just listen, we haven't gotten to the chorus part. Is
and
like,
you have to defend your stuff too.
Yeah, you do, and that's so embarrassing.
embarrassing.
We did too much with music in high school too.
We did.
But I feel like I ingrained it in my friends too. There are definitely things that we did in high school that I'm sorry, my friends in college now that I brought that I feel like I shouldn't have. Like, I think that music is just a toxic relation. Like, everything with music is toxic. Especially with our friend group in high school, it was like you could never tell anybody that a song. it was a forbidden rule that you could never tell somebody if they played a song that was good and you liked it. You could never tell them you liked it. You had to Shazam it behind their back. You'd be in the car turning your brightness down on the thing, trying to Shazam the thing and be like, okay. Or you try to remember the
you try to remember the lyrics or something.
You try to remember the lyrics. Maybe you look at who like the artist, or maybe you would look at the title and then like try to revisit later, and then maybe like secretly add it.
Yeah.
And then like maybe like in a year you play the song. You're like, oh yeah, like I knew this song.
But when you get home that night, it's on repeat.
It definitely is on repeat immediately. But you can never give them the satisfaction of letting them know.
And if they ask you, you say, I thought it was fun. I like the beat.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
And you have to move on.
I mean, yeah. The beginning was okay. I mean, there was some things I didn't like, but...
And I think that's crazy. I actually changed my ways. And I was like, you know what? What's this song? This is so good. Because I thought that was crazy. And I swear I would hear, and then it would be embarrassing because say like if I take a song of yours and a year later I'm playing it, you know that I got it from you.
Right.
And it's like, do you bring it up?
But at least it was long ago enough you can be like, no, I knew this song.
Like, this is so crazy.
Like, no, I heard it I found it on Instagram. I remember when I saved it. So you didn't show me this.
It was in my top 10 last year, actually. Yeah. I've been on this.
That's really
That's
funny.
so embarrassing.
No,
and it was never that serious.
It has been a series, but I do that. I just feel like I had to have brought that to my group because we're very like that now.
Really?
Like still. Not necessarily still, because it's different because we're not together. Because like it's not organic anymore. Like you now have to deliberately send them a song if you want them to listen to it. But literally I just went back to go visit my friend, or like in college or whatever, like in November, I think. I actually don't remember when it was. And Nathan had played a song, probably that summer or something he played for me. Or I thought that it was his ex at the time. Who had played the song originally, but apparently it was him on aux. And so then, like 6 months later, I thought enough time had passed. I think I queued it in like a playlist or something that I knew was playing, and we were like pre-gaming and stuff. And I knew that him and his ex were there. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna know that I played the song, so I had to bring it up. I was like, oh, you know what song like that I said, you know what song, and I was talking to his ex. I was like, you know what song like that actually ate? And then I like showed them or whatever, and Nathan said, no, I actually was the one who did that, and he proceeded to do the most for the next half hour, like, isn't it good? Isn't it great? Like, don't you love it? Like, oh my God, she just ate it down, and I'm going, oh, okay. I actually sent it to you already, you know what it is, but I'll tell you after. And I was just like, this is so embarrassing.
Did I think it ate?
I think you did think that it ate, or the specific part. It's not, the whole song is not great. It just it has a really good beginning. I think it's Charlie XCX. But anyways, but he proceeded to do a lot after that and was like, yeah, I know, like, it's really good. And I was just thinking, I was rolling my eyes in my head, like, this is so crazy.
But I think music taste is like the coolness.
It
like,
is
it's
cool.
Like, I like, oh my God, they want to know what I'm playing. They
Right.
wanna know what I'm, and then if somebody's like, Malik, get aux. Me? You're looking around going, me? Oh my God.
That
like,
is
it
so
kind
funny.
of like you feel a little hyped up. You're like, okay, they want me to play my music, but then you can't mess up.
At all.
Like,
but that's so
whatsoever.
much pressure.
It is
because
a lot of
everyone has a
pressure.
different taste. And then you're like, what's the crowd feeling? What are the girls feeling in here? And I feel like there's always someone who's displeased.
Yeah.
And I always felt that, like, you know, there's some songs I can't even listen to anymore. Oh my God, I have to share this. There are some songs I can't even listen to anymore because of, like, embarrassing experiences that happen with them. Now, one time, this is so embarrassing, actually, and it has something to do with homophobia. So I was at my fraternity, okay, and I don't know if you remember, but I was a social chair of my fraternity. So the DJ, like, ended up not being able to show up or something like that. So at the last minute, me and Kyle are trying to figure out all these songs we're gonna put. Like, we're trying to, like, aux songs, basically, which is an embarrassing thing for a frat party. Like, you want to have a DJ. So, we're pre-gaming and everything like that. I'm trying to figure out the stuff. There's a couple girls that come in now. Now, the pressure's on. I want you to think about this. This is a fraternity. Like, the guys want the girls to come. They want them to stay. They want them to like the music. All those things, right? I never have any feet in the race because I'm not there for the girls. I'm there trying to make sure everyone involved has a good time, right? I'm in charge of the drinks and everything like that. So, we're queuing up the songs or whatever, and the president of my fraternity comes out to like help us, right? Because he like does DJing on the side. So he's like, well, maybe I can like see if I can like DJ tonight, blah, 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 blah. So I'm playing this music. The girls are starting to come or whatever. I think that the guys are starting to come in too. And then all of a sudden, I play this song. I have this song in my library called Medusa. And it's by this artist named Grizz. And he's like an electronic like artist or whatever, right? And I thought it was a bop because, you know, like it's Arizona. Everyone has a little bit of electronic in their, you know, in their libraries. And so I'm playing it, and the guy who's in it, who's like featured on it, he's gay, first of all. And he does like I don't know what song this is that he's doing, that he's like sampling, but he says in the song, smiling because I'm young, rich, gay, and I'm handsome.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And the president, he looked at me and he said, what the hell is this? After he said that. And because he was, first of all, we were all frantic trying to figure out the songs. And I'm thinking, oh wow, this is about to eat. I'm playing this song and he says, smiling because I'm young, rich, gay, and I'm handsome. And the president said, what is going on? Turn this shit off now. I need to, he was actually nice and an icon, but, well, sometimes. And he was like the least homophobic. I don't think and also his significant other was they, them, non-binary. I was gonna say his girlfriend, but please, I don't know. But anyways, he was actually for the girls. And so when he said that made me even more embarrassed. It was like, damn, like he's saying that this is so, and all these people are out here like they're not like dancing or anything. Like everyone is still like getting drinks and stuff. And I'm just thinking like this is so embarrassing. He said my music taste is horrible, and now every time I hear that song, I think of that and I have to skip it. Because I can't even listen to this song anymore because I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, wow, like they thought this was horrible and terrible and everything is bad. And so, sorry. And that also happens to me with the Pose by Rihanna, the Salva remix. I play that all the time. Nothing happened specifically, but I'm just thinking like the guys there were probably just not having it. That I was playing Pose, and she was going, and they're probably going, what the hell is, because they're very much like whatever the guys were in lacrosse were doing, they were doing the same thing, like probably listening to trap, some black music that they thought was so cool and quirky, but yeah, so I can't even listen to some songs without thinking about horrible experiences.
So much.
Anyways, finally, let me just say this Pepsi thing really quickly now that I literally went all over the place. So I'm watching this documentary about Pepsi. I find out that in the 80s, they were that girl. The merch was merching. Everyone wanted their mugs. They wanted their sunglasses. They wanted their jackets. Like, picture having a Pepsi jacket. That would be cute. But I can't say that. I got to go through and comb this out. But anyway, so essentially I am watching this, and the whole point of the documentary was about their ads. They've been an ad girl since day one, right? Which we talked about. And in this ad, what they did was a kind of like buy Pepsi, get tokens, and win things. So this is what would happen. They had a catalog, right? With that Pepsi jacket, mugs, sunglasses, socks, other things like that. And people really wanted them really bad. But the only way to get them was to purchase Pepsi. And get all these tokens. And if you got a certain amount, you could redeem them for these items. In this ad, they said, get, jackets and socks and everything, and even get this fighter jet. This jet from, like a military jet. And it was mostly supposed to be like a joke, like whatever, blah, 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 blah. But there was no fine print at all. So, some man at the time, probably our age, maybe a little older, was like, I'm gonna get this jet. And so he tries to figure out a way to get it. He tries to buy all the Pepsis. He's thinking, even if I bought all these Pepsis, I wouldn't have anywhere to store them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then he reads in the fine print of the pamphlet, and he finds out he can actually purchase tokens. Like, you can just buy tokens instead of buying the Pepsi. So he was trying to figure out a plan to raise money. So then, I didn't ever finish the thing, but he ended up raising the money, giving it to Pepsi, and Pepsi was like, we're not giving you this fighter jet. And he said, okay, I'm suing you for false advertising. And he ended up losing. But the reason why I brought this up is because last night, this is so scary and weird, last night, I'm watching this ad on YouTube about Liquid Death, the water company. And they share the story about the Pepsi jet ad, and they say, we're not bluffing, bitch. We are going to give you a jet if you purchase enough Liquid Deaths. And they talk about the story about the Pepsi situation, and they're like, we won't, or like obviously you wouldn't sue them because they're going to give you the jet. They were like, all you have to do is buy all these Liquid Deaths, and then holler at us and we'll give you the jet. And it was actually a fighter jet. And I'm just thinking, this is so crazy that they did that.
Okay, but what does that mean? How many Liquid Death?
I don't know how many you have to get, but it was something like, and obviously it's an outrageous number. But they said whoever buys this amount gets this fighter jet. And I just want to know, like, is it a fighter jet or a fighter jet or an RPM-15 or a?
I think it's.
I said RPM-15.
I think it's a fighter jet.
Fighter jet. Anyway, so yeah, I was literally a huge tangent about Pepsi all to get down to Liquid Death. Have you ever had it? Liquid
Death? No, because why would I do that?
What is that?
It's water. I think their whole thing is like, we're going to put in this can so you're drinking water. You're at the party. Everyone's going to think you're drinking. That's what it first was.
Oh, that's cute though, I think. I think it's cute.
Stupid.
But now everyone knows it's not.
You could just get a cup of water.
No, the point is to think that people are drinking.
I know, but if you just actually, what you're supposed to do is get a Sprite with a lemon in it. Nobody's going to be like, oh, what is that?
Okay, well, what if there's no Sprite there? I want a Liquid Death.
If you can
Like,
pick
yeah,
a Liquid
like-
Death, you can find a Sprite.
Okay, well, leave them alone. Not if you're sober and you've been sober for years and you no longer drink. Let us know if you would rather have a Liquid Death or you would rather have a red Solo cup with some Sprite and a lime. I feel like I would rather have a Liquid Death.
Okay, but how much is Liquid Death? I'm not paying $6.
It's not. It's
for water. That's in a can.
It's $3.25
It's not 325, and that's too much.
Does it taste better or like what
I don't
is
think
it?
it has anything.
Okay, is water a sham and a scam for real? Like that's bottled?
I think it's water. Oh, you're saying
I'm
is
saying
bottled
it's just-
water a scam?
I mean, like I think that Fiji's the best tasting water I've ever had.
Interesting. I disagree. I think it's Evian.
I think Fiji's better than Evian, but I do like Evian as well. But I think that I like water that doesn't have any taste at all. Are you a purified or a spring person? I've had this discussion with my mom before on camera, and it was a mixed bag.
I am a purified.
Okay, I find that so interesting. I'm very much spring and I hate purified. Purified has way too much of a flavor to me, which doesn't make sense. But
I don't like when things have minerals and.
that's what I feel like I taste when I taste purified. But Fiji's from the Alps. You knew it trickled
But
down.
I think Fiji tastes like it has minerals. I taste the Alps.
So the thing is, though, is that whatever one you grew up on or whatever one you're used to, you don't like the opposite because of the same reason. I don't like purified water because I feel like I can taste like minerals and things in it, but you don't like spring for that same reason. And I think that people, and it's the same, like opposite, like if that makes sense. Like I just don't like purified because I don't like the way that it tastes, because I feel like it tastes like a lot of minerals. But spring water tastes like nothing to me. But you're saying purified water tastes like nothing to you, right?
I think that I can drink both, but I think specifically
I can drink both, but-
Fiji tastes like there's something in it.
Interesting. I really want to do a video like trying every single water.
I hate it.
Why? I want to try every water there is.
Okay, we can try every water, but I think the only have you had black water?
No, I haven't had that.
I think the more expensive the water, the crazier taste.
I think that could be true, and we should figure that out. Let us know if you guys want us to try every single water ever created ever, and we're gonna even get the that bracelet that had the Black Sea bead in it, and sea
open
from
it up?
Yeah, and open it up and drink that water just so we can get a taste of it, all types of water. Thank you.
Watch this.